there, thanks for joining me to color. Today we're going to be working on this adorable Stampin' Bella image called Chatty Squidgy. Isn't she cute? I got the inspiration for this card over on the Stampin' Bella blog from the DT member Jennifer D. I'll put a link to that card down in the description box in case you'd like to go over and check it out. It's super cute. It says love across the front instead of hugs. But she did an awesome job, so definitely go and check that out and see what hers looks like. So anyway, the stamp set comes with a large image, a small image, and then the sentiment too. So you could use the small image here on the front of your envelope or on a tag if you're going to do a package or something like that. But it does come with 3 stamps for that. This is a card kit, so if you want to grab this, I'll put a link down in the description box and you can head over and pick one up. So I've already stamped my image on some Neenah 80-pound Solaroid cardstock with Memento Tuxedo black ink. So let's go ahead and color. Alright, so let's go ahead and start out by doing her skin and her cheeks. For that, we're going to use E11, 01, 00, 000, and then R20 for our cheeks. I'm going to start with my E11 first. And let's go ahead and do her arm. So I'm going to do right here on this side. And then I'm going to do her hand too, since it's over here. I'm going to do along this side and then over her foot. And then I'm going to do each finger a little bit. Next, we're going to add E01. For that, you touch down on top of E11 and you brush away. And up here, I'm going to color in these fingers because they're pretty small. And then let's add a little dab down here. And then we'll add E00. Fill in her hand. And I decided today that she would get 2 coats. So I'm going to go again with my E11. And then our second coat of E01. And then we'll go over those with our E00. And let's go over here and we'll do this side. So again, E11 first. I'm going to go with a little bit here by her ear. And I'm going to come down the back of her hand, or her arm. And then again, we'll do her fingers. They're pretty small, so be careful. And then I'm going to swipe over her neck. And we'll add E01. And don't worry if it doesn't blend, because remember we're going to do 2 coats. And then E00. Then we'll come back again with our second coat of E11. E01. think I'll bring this all the way across since it's her neck. Or it's underneath of her face there, so it's going to be kind of shadowed, so we'll go all the way across. And then we'll go over it with E00 for our arm to fill it all the way in. And for our face, again, we'll start with E11. Let's do a little dab down here on her ear. And then I'm going to go underneath of her bangs. And then we'll go around her face and over here to where we had E11 on her neck down here, so I'm going to kind of use that as my guide. And then we'll do this here. And I'm thinking I'm going to bring it down here along this phone. Then we'll add E01. And then we want to make sure to brush over all these lines. Bring that clear around to the other side. And if you get a little bit on her hair, that's okay, because we're going to color that black. So don't stress about that. And then we'll add E00. And then we'll add some E000 to cover this little spot here in the middle. And then we're going to add some cheek color. So R20. I'm going to just go with, here's a little mouth smiling. I'm going to give her a little rosy cheek right here. And over here, let's go smiling, rosy cheek. And then I'm going to come back with E00. And I'm going to go over all of this again. And then I'm going to add E000 over this middle section here. And if your cheeks lighten up, you could go back over those again, but I'm liking how pink they are, so I'm going to leave them like that. Next, let's do her hair. So for her hair, we're going to use in 9, 7, 5, and 3. Let's go ahead and start with N9. So on her hair up here, she has a little spot. Let me go down a little bit. Right here, she's got a bow right here. So here's the bow, and then here's the little tail. And over here, she's got a bow and a little tail. But this stuff here in the middle is hair. She's got like a little bun or something on her head. So I'm going to go ahead and go, and even though this is a little squiggly spot, I'm going to go over the top side of this. So I'm going to kind of go up here, and then we'll bring it down in a line. And then the same thing for this side. Let's go ahead and go down like this. And then let's go up. And maybe come up like this. And make some little lines in there. And I think just because there's such a big space right here, I'm going to come over the top right here. So you got a little bit of stuff there. Okay, and then over here, she's got a little bit of hair showing through her pigtail. So let's go ahead, or through her hair bow. And I covered a little bit of that in. Then let's go straight down over here. I'm going to come down this way. And let's see, let's go. I'm going to go right next underneath this little bow too. And let's bring this line down. I'm just trying to give her a few little streaks in there. Like that. And we'll come over here and we'll do this side. So, and I'm also trying to keep my streaks going in the direction that our hair is going. So you wouldn't want to go sideways. You want it to go with the direction. Like this one curves this way, and then over here it kind of curves this way. Yeah, I think I'll give it one right here in the middle. Okay, then we're going to add in 7. So again, I'm just going to add some more streaks. So let's go ahead and do right here. I'm going to go ahead and fill in this little top section up here above this bow, because that's kind of dinky. And then we'll add in 5. And then in 3. And you don't have to fill all the white spaces in. You can leave some of those white if you like that look. Oops, I think I'll do a few more up here. Okay, so I got a little bit of white still left in there. But now I'm going to go back with my N9 and just bring those back out again. Isn't she cute? Next, let's do her dress. Okay, so for her dress, we are going to need BG 57, 53, and B00. I'm going to start with BG 57. Let's go ahead and do her hair bow first. Bring this up here. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. Bring this one around. I'm making a little backward 7 here where that little line is already on my stamp. Same here, here's a little line right here, so I'm just using that. Next, we're going to do BG 53. I'm going to go around. I'm going to bring this one up here to this kind of the top of this corner right here. And then we're going to fill in this inside part. Same for this side. We'll bring it over here to the edge. And then B00 to fill it in. A little crazy there. And I think I will give it 2 coats, so I'm going to go back with my BG 57. Turn my girl hair a little bit. Maybe I'll be able to keep it in the lines better this way. And then we'll do 53. And then B00. I got a little crazy there with my pen, so let me take my Colors of Splendor and we will erase this a little bit. All right, let's hop down here and we'll do our the dress next. So again, we're going to go with BG57. So let's do a little dab up here where her shoulder or her neck is touching her dress, her face there. And then this side, we're going to go down this side. And I'm going to bring this down next to her arm. And she's got a little belt on there, so we're not going to color that. And then down here, we'll get this. And then under this ruffle, I'm going to go underneath of the ruffle part. And then over here, let's do this little bump or ruffle squiggles there. And same for this side, ruffle squiggles. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect these right here. And then right here is a part of her dress. I'm going to color that in. Then we'll add our 53. And then we'll add our B00. And I'm going to give it 2 coats too, so I'm not worried if I don't hit every single spot. And we'll come back again for our second coat of BG57. And then we'll add our 53. And then we'll go over all of that with our B00. Okay, it leads our shoes, so let's do our shoes first. So I'm going to do this bottom section and this bottom section. And then we're going to color the inside of her phone right here, this circle. And then we'll do 53. And then be 00. And we're going to give it a second coat so you don't have to fill it all the way in. I'm just trying to soften that edge just a little bit. And then our 53. And then we'll fill it all the way in with our B00. And I like to wipe over the entire area. Let's do, I should have done the black. I should have, after I did her hair, I should have done her belt and stuff. But for that, we're going to use the same colors. We're going to use N9, 7, 5, and 3. So for a belt, let's go with N9 first. And then I'm going to do this little heart. Then we're going to add 7. And we're also going to use this to go around the edge of her shoe. Next, we're going to add N5. And we're just going right along the edge of our N7 that we added here. And then N3 to fill in her shoe. I'm going to go back with N9 for our belt. N7. And we'll fill in this little bit with our 5. That leaves us with that cute little phone. Okay, so we're going to use RV69, 19, 17, and 55. And I don't remember the last time I used these, so hardly ever. So let's go ahead and start with our RV69. So if you're like me and you hardly ever use these, you might want to make sure to pop the other end of your cap off so that just in case there's new, even though they're not new, they may be full, you don't want it to spill everywhere. Or make a big ugly blob. Be careful going by your hand. And over here. And then we'll do RV17. I'm being careful going around this blue because this will not come off. And then RV55. I'm going to go back with the second coat of my RV17. And then over that again with my RV55. And then I got a little bit right here. Fix with my colorless blender. that does it for our coloring. I'm going to go ahead and cut her out, and then I will come back and we will put it together. Alright, so I went ahead and got my girl all cut out, and I did go ahead and use my X-Acto knife to cut out the little bows here for her hair, and then I also used it to make a little slit underneath the phone, and then I used my poker tool to make a little hole here so that we can stick some string through there, because I cut the string off. We're going to put some string on there, and that will come in your kit. So let's go ahead and put some stuff together. So let's move all of this. Need that little spot, don't throw that away. Okay, so we're going to start by attaching this piece. Put that on here. And next we're going to put this one. Next is going to come this. Well, let's go ahead, before we do that, let's go ahead and attach this to the back of this so that it can dry for a second. So what I did is I took my liquid glue and I just went around outside. I made sure to go up into here too, all the little letters that go up. Into there. With this little G, you need to go inside there. Okay, like so. And then we're going to stick this right on top of there. Want to make sure that it covers up the back of your letters, so your sequins don't fall out. This. Okay, and then in there, it cut out the little hug. So you can choose, I'm gonna go ahead and put this little piece in there, so in case you wanna put it back on, you can. So what I did is I just put some glue back here, and I'm just going to stick it on my G. And I got a little too much, so I'm just gonna wipe that off. And then it's going to stick there, so it's got a little spot. Okay, so let's go ahead and attach this piece now while we let this one dry. And this is going to go, and I kind of put it down a little bit from the top. Just a smidge, not too much. And then we're gonna have to attach this piece on here. So let's let this dry for just a few more minutes. So while that's still drying, let's do our string. So I have a piece of string, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little piece of tape and I'm going to wrap the end of my string. So that it's all nice and, whoops, I've got to turn it this way. All nice and wrapped. I'm going to kind of squish the end here, and then I'm going to hold it over this little hole. And I'm going to use a little poker, hopefully poke it through, maybe. Let's see if I fold it. This little poker's not going to work. I'm gonna go, let's see, maybe if we twist it a little bit like this. My little thing used to have a little piece of wire on here that you could just stick the string through and then just pull it through, but I've lost that. So if you have that, you are in good shape. We're just gonna stuff this in here like this. So it goes through to the other side. Okay, and then you're gonna take a piece of tape, and I made sure that it was going down over to cover the little string, because there's still a little piece of string stamped on there. You could erase that if you wanted, but I just left it on there. Just make sure it's going in the same direction, and then I'm going to tape it down. This. And I don't even care that this tape is still on the back, because that's still going to be there in the end. And then let's get another piece of tape. Now, over here, there's just a little bitty bit of the string that shows. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that that piece, the piece of the string that's black, ends up right there, just so that it will look like it's black. You know, if it's white right here, then it's gonna have a little line right there, but if it's black, then it kind of blends in. So I'm gonna hold it there, and you'll have plenty of string for you to attach it. There'll be some left over. Okay, so I've got too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my scissors here and peel that off. And then you could cut this too, but I'm just going to go ahead and take another piece of tape and tape it down. I'm going to cheat. Okay, then she will need some pop dots, but we're not going to do that yet. Okay, so now you need to take this piece and you need to put some foam tape on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up so you don't have to watch all of that, because it's going to take a little bit. And then I will see you in a minute. Okay, so through the magic of fast forward, we have now put the tape onto the back. So I'm going to go ahead and you could double it up too if you feel like it. I only went with one thing, so it's up to you if you want to have more. And I went ahead and put this piece on here because I didn't want the sequins to fall out of this little space because I didn't get it close enough. You want to make sure that all of your stuff touches at the end, so like these two touch, so that your sequins will not fall out. Like this one, there's a little space right here, so I just stuck this little piece in there just to take that space up. So I probably should have done some of that adhesive stuff, or the anti-static tool on there, but I didn't do that. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Oh well, we're gonna wing it. Okay, so anyway, in your packet, you're gonna get a packet of little sequins, so you can decide. This will be full. I just dumped a little bit in here so I would have enough to put in my card. So you can use as many or as few as you want. And I'm thinking that since I only gave one layer, I'm just going to kind of put it like this. Kind of flatten it out. Like that. And then we're going to take this. Maybe we might need a few more. Let's put it just a little bit more. Honey, you can also dump them in this other side and see how many you got, and then decide. Whoa, whoa. That's way too many. Got crazy there. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, I'm going to go with that no matter what. Okay, so you're going to put this on here, and you want to make sure that... Oops, no, I'm going to move it down here a little bit. You don't want to see the top of my hair. I want to make sure that it's even at the top. And then you're going to press it down, and then you can kind of go. Shake it around a little bit, loosen them up. Some of them got stuck together, so you're going to kind of wing it around here a little bit so that they go wherever you need them to go. So you've got that. See, like this one up here, there's two stuck together, so they're stuck there. So you may need to take your little finger and kind of lift it up a little bit. But there they are in there, all shaking around. And next, we're going to put this girl on there. So let me get a piece of foam tape. Cut off some of that. Okay, so over here, she's going to need two pieces on her foot. Because you already have this popped up, so you're going to need that to go over the top. Oops, I probably should have cut off two pieces, right? Heather, always doing things the backwards way. Okay, so we got two pieces over here. And then the rest, we'll just put one piece. One right here, right here. And I wonder if this will fit right here. Look at that. Okay, then you're gonna peel off the back. stick this on here. And I'm gonna go with right here, I think. Okay, and then you can take some sequins and you can add some to your card. So let's go ahead and do one right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some glue on here, and then I'll grab some sequins out. Dump some of these out. This silver one too. Let's do a silver one right here. And then let's do a shiny pink one over here. Because I have brown sequins in there, I'm going to grab a brown one. Let's put that right here. And then let's see, let's grab a pink one. And I think I'll do another shiny pink one. Or is there like one that's not quite so shiny? Oops, how about this one? There, so you've got a little bit of shiny on there. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an envelope and we can maybe decorate that. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I went ahead and I grabbed my Tim Holtz stamp positioner and I'm going to put that in here like this. I'm going to stamp my sentiment inside my card. And I have it on the rubber side. I'm going to use some Versamark Onyx black ink. So I'm going to ink up my little sentiment over here, and I already put it on there, so I would make sure I got it in the right spot. I'll just give it a little squish. And it says, "We need to catch up." Isn't that cute? Love it. Okay, we'll put that over here. Let's set this over here a minute. Let me wipe this off so I don't forget. Otherwise, I will be getting ink everywhere, and then we'll have a big giant mess. I'm gonna put that over here. I'll put this. Okay, so now I went and found some picked raspberry distress ink, and I found this little stencil in my stash that has some little hearts on it. So I'm gonna try to do that. I know, I'm gonna totally mess up the whole card, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go with it like maybe like this, and then we'll grab this. There we go, that looks cute. Okay, let me wipe this off. Okay, so we got that. So we got our little inside of our card decorated there. So let's set that over here. And then we have this. So we have our little card. Let me put this over here. I'm thinking that I'm going to put this smaller girl onto my card front, or my envelope here. So let's go with this again. And we'll stick our envelope in here. I'm going to go ahead and move it over a few spaces so it's not right on the end. And so you got to make sure that you're going to leave room for your address. And I'm not a professional address writer, so that's not going to happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and put, let me see, is she pretty straight? She's kind of like this. Let's try it like this. And then what I do is I have it over here and I kind of look at it to see if she looks straight on this part. And then I'm going to stamp her. And I'm not planning on coloring her in because Copics will not go on there, but you could use your colored pencils, whoops, to color her in if you wanted to do that. Go, whoops, looks like I missed a little spot here. Okay, we got the girl. Wipe my stamp off. Take my envelope out. Okay, and then you could use your stencil again to do some little hearts up here. So position them where you want it to go, and you could put some little hearts on here. You just have to dig through your stash sometimes to see what you can find. Oops, I got a little bit on my envelope there. But you know what? I'm not going to stress over that. So there we have that all finished up. So we've got our little envelope with our little girl on the front, and we've got the adorable little card here. You may have to, because I didn't put up, if you put a couple of extra layers underneath the sequins here, the part, you may need a different envelope. You may need to put it in a bubble wrap or something like that. And I didn't worry about my string hanging off, but if you were worried, you could do like a little pop dot or a little glue dot on here, some glue, and just stick it on there. But I'm just going to let mine hang down like this, and then I'll stick it in the envelope and it will be fine. So anyway, I hope you had fun coloring today. If you have a question, leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Don't forget to hit the like button or the thumbs up button if you like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the little bell next to that so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, or if I'm doing a live class, you can hop on over and we can chat. So I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.